Okay, can we do the intro again? The intro was horrible just now. I was like, yeah, the intro.
The Business Lab.
Madam, I think you have something to share with us, right?
Yeah, we're going to have Dewi Connect on the 30th of August. Our theme is Resilient Rising, Turning Setbacks into Success.
And that's happening on a Friday at Landmark and Bugis, level 5.
We're going to have a really nice program between 2 to 6 o'clock. We have Datuk Khatijah Ibrahim from Malaysia. She's a singer-songwriter turned entrepreneur. We also have Yati Khairi, who does educational institutes that recently she also just went into Indonesia.
And we also have 4 panelists with us. We have Eliana, Zarifa, Hilwa Brown, and also Nora.
It will be led by Miss Camila and our AD, Nadia.
Can we shop? Oh yes, there are going to be 11 booths. So bring your smartphone and also cash. So block your calendar. Register now.
See you there.
See you.
Hey you guys, welcome to Dewi Voices, a segment of SMCCI, the Business Lab. I'm Anissa. I'm here today with Rina and Rahayu. Before we dive into today's episode, we just want to say that today's podcast is sponsored by our sponsors, venue sponsors, ID Entity and Craft by Tree, and made possible with the media magic of StudioFive Corp. Let's get started. So today we have Rahayu from Love Blossoms. Okay, I've met Rahayu when we were doing Prodigy Kita back in 2022. So coincidentally, we are here today. You are the founder of Love Blossoms, right? It's been going on for 2 years now. 2 years, 2 years since you started, and you are offering flower arrangements and baked goods. Is that right? Yes. So what I'm hearing is that now you're expanding into the candles and fragrance soap. Yeah. Do you want to share a little bit about yourself and a little bit about Love Blossom?
Love Blossom is actually providing one-stop service. Okay, and where this Love Blossom, why we come up with the word Love Blossom? Because of the word love. We want our customers to share love, okay, to aspire the word love to families, among friends, by buying their product from us, like flowers, gift for their loved ones, okay. Blossom comes with the word blossom flower. As much as I love blossom flowers, I waited for a period of time, to see blossom flowers. So I want my customer. What we want is that we want our customer to anticipate anticipate to come to us not only during festive season or only certain occasion, but to remember us every time, as much as they will remember the blossom, the blooming of blossom. So that's where the word blossom comes about lah. Yeah.
Is there a reason why? Okay, so I guess that's the reason why you wanted to cultivate the love. You want people to think about you when they are thinking about, their loved ones, right? Why did you start a home-based business?
Before 2022, before I start my home-based business, I already start a business before. I sell tudung, but not under Love Blossom. It was like main one lah, like just to kill time, because I have a full-time job, and certain period of time, like during school holidays, there's nothing to do, so I find something to do that I like. So I said, okay, sell tudung, like when I go to overseas, look for tudung, then I go and sell to my friend, and I sold my own. So when COVID time comes, I start selling tudung because I cannot go overseas. So that is where I start to take up some courses like flower arrangement was my first class that I did during COVID time. So then I start selling flowers. But Love Blossom haven't come about yet. Just sell flowers. Okay, so then when during that period of time, we start selling flowers. I took up courses. I said, hey, why not? I decided my husband, we do some home-based business lah. My own business. Maybe set up some kedai, something like that lah. That was like back in our mind lah, to do it in
This was still pre-COVID or?
During COVID period of time lah.
Okay.
During COVID period, we sell flowers during Mother's Day. During Mother's Day, we sell a lot of flowers because cannot go out, right? So we deliver flowers to mothers. So then that's where I and my husband decide, why not we, like kita jual bunga, like sell flowers and then set up flower shop. At the same time, why not we do a cafe, that of like just briefly talking to my husband.
Like all the
That was
ideas,
like
throwing
the
ideas. Yeah.
Then we got no business background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that is where we take up, we attend Protege kita together.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I meet Anissa.
Right.
Yeah. So then that was like so on where we learn a bit about business. Then I say, okay, maybe we start from home base lah. Then I say, okay lah, so what you want to start with? Okay lah, sell lopis lah at that period of time, right? Because it's like
Lopis or lapis?
lopis, sell lopis.
It's a triangle.
You should taste it. It's really nice.
Tak bawa.
Tak sempat. Okay, anyway, so we start with lopis. Then we sell lopis. Not bad because at that period of time juga our MP or during our MP in our resident, right, set up this FB group, Bukit Panjang Sedap group. So I start to sell my lopis there and it was very welcoming. They say, why not? Yeah, lopis with love blossom doesn't go so long, Yeah.
It does actually.
People they so love. We like to share our love for food
Right.
with our friends, our relative, and the residents in our community. So that's what love comes about lah. Then blossoms the flowers lah. Then I starts to make flowers at the same time. I starts to become home-based business full time. Which is not planned lah. I not intend to do home-based business as a full-time yet, not yet, because there is other commitments lah, like my children is studying, this thing, right? So not yet. So because when I working, I got full-time job, full-time payment, salary, all this coming in kan. Fixed income, all this thing, right? So it's like a bit of supporting my financial. But when come to full-time, it's a bit difficult. So it's back in my mind. I still want to, one day I will still become a full-time HDB, but not at the moment yet. So until 2022 in November 2022, I've decided to become full-time home-based business.
Right.
Whereby things unplanned coming to me and I have to make a decision where the decision that really hard lah.
Okay.
Nak ke tak nak? Apa ke tidak? Financial, anak mesti sekolah. But then at another point of part, he needs me. Cannot leave him. So who can take care of him? If I employ a maid, our house will have a space, So I made a decision, okay. I have what I have now. Like I can do flowers, I can bake. Why not? I stay at home. So I made a decision. I stay at home. I continue my home base, make it full-time home-based business, and at the same time I can care for my husband. There is no more flexible for time for me. I can send him for hospital checkup. Like at the same time I can do my bakes for my orders. A lot of planning to be done lah. Yeah.
Of human So I understand from you that initially you didn't want to resign from your full-time job because of the assurance of a full-time income, of course. But then again, that changed because of your husband's illness, which requires you to look after him full-time as well. Okay, so that would be the decision-making factor for you to actually resign.
It's tough. When I shared this with my husband, she said, how about our income? We affect our income. Then I said, not to worry, it's because we have saving. It's not that there is no money coming in at all. Our two children's already working. So it's not that much of commitment except the youngest one. I can sell bakes, I can sell food, I can sell product that I know how to do. I can do workshop, all these things. I can do anything, whatever that I've given the what is it called? Kepandaian yang diberikan, I make use of it. I make useful of it. Yes.
Okay, so before your husband was working, was he also working?
My husband is working. My husband had a full-time job until he is diagnosed with cancer, leukemia. His company retrenched him from the job. So both of us are not working at the time.
Okay.
So but to me, I say fine. Don't worry. I don't worry about financial. We will look into it. Don't get panic. We will get help. We know who to approach for help for medical expenses because our worry is only on medical. Daily needs, all these things, we have enough saving for us for this, to run for these few years lah. But I told him rezeki Allah is, and you don't worry about that. Yeah. So we get help for medical needs. We got help. So the most thing is that you need to approach for help. You cannot just no, they cannot. You have to look for
Would
help.
you agree that looking at Ayu's background, she seemed very cheerful still, even though she knows that her husband sakit and then both of them have to resign their full-time job. But then looking at her like macam still cheerful, still positive about everything. Tak apalah, tak ada kerja tak apalah. Like, we have these other gifts and rezeki yang Allah dah tentukan as long as we usaha. So I think that is satu character that I think a lot of us should look into.
So instill in ourselves,
Because
especially
I think many people, wives or mothers, I think a lot of us would have macam sedih lah, like if you have a partner who suddenly sakit and then both of you have to resign and then will think, okay, what do we do next? Like where to go? So I think it's very admirable and I salute you for that. Yeah.
like the fact that she's the one who tell her husband, don't worry about the finances. We can get it sorted, don't worry. I'll be like thinking like 6 months, can we last 6 months? Can we last 1 year? But the fact that you're quite optimistic in the outlook of your life, I think that's very admirable and you really inspire me. Yeah.
Thank you. For me, you need to be perseverance and resilience about this lah. Whatever that comes to you, you don't get panic. You have plans, like, okay, if I cannot do this, I do that. If I can do that, I do that. It's always chances for you to come. It's just that you don't get panic. No, you have to calm down and relax. Even when my husband at the time, right, when he was like suddenly out of breath, okay, relax, don't panic. I will teach him, okay, relax, don't panic. So the first thing is that you must tell yourself, don't panic.
She's so calm.
You have to train your mind, relax, don't panic. You take things at one time.
Okay.
Yeah. Once you panic, you don't know which one to do. You will like, should I do this one? Should I do that? No, you don't know which one to do. So I guess, I think probably because of my experience in teaching life, because I'm a preschooler teacher. Like I'm handling so many children with different characters and different needs, right? So maybe that's from the experience that I have.
Have you always been calm and optimistic about everything throughout your life, or is it only because after these challenges that you
Become
got
a
to
more
be
patient person and calm?
Yes. Ever since my husband diagnosed with cancer.
Uh-huh.
I tell myself that I'm the sole breadwinner now.
Mm-mm.
If I panic, my children will get panic.
Mm.
If my husband will get panic, and I cannot make him panic. I'll make him stress, you know.
Yeah.
So we all have to control our stress. We have to stress management is very important.
It's like complement,
Uh,
complement. Oh no, I want to say
Compartmentalize. Compartmentalize.
Yes. Oh my god.
Compartmentalize.
Yeah, compartmentalize things, right? Like, yes, it worries you, but you cannot let it show because you still have to live your life. Things still have to be paid. Bills still have to be paid. Worrying about it and panicking about it doesn't solve things. So you're the kind of person who just solve problems, I guess, right? Yeah. Okay. Maybe let's talk about your husband illness, right? So previously you were saying about your husband being diagnosed with cancer, and because of that, you feel like you had to resign from your full-time job earlier than expected. Which must have been a very hard decision for you to make, because I'm sure you had all these plans. You were supposed to resign maybe in 2024, 2025, wasn't supposed to be in 2022. Can I just ask, how did the sudden change impact your journey as an entrepreneur? And how do you adapt it to ensure that you can still succeed? You were sharing with us about how your husband was diagnosed with cancer, and that kind of put a bit of a stopper in your plans. Previously, you had plans to resign maybe a little bit later than in 2022, November 2022, right? So resigning from your full-time job earlier than expected, it must have been a hard decision for you to make at that time. Okay. How did this sudden change? Because this thing comes just suddenly, and then you decided, okay, you made the decision to, I want to quit. I need to quit my job right now because I want to take care of you. I will take care of these things, and I want to do this full time. Your HBB as a full time, right? How does it impact your journey as an entrepreneur, and how did you adapt to make sure that you can still succeed, because now this is your main source of income, right?
Yeah, and then macam because of the illness, like all your future plans kena like bring it fast forward to now. How do you adapt to that? Yeah. And then make the plans work out now instead of later.
Yeah. I talk to my children. We plan. I tell like whenever mommy got take orders, or I have big orders to take, and then who going to send Abba to hospital, this thing. So plan. I need planning. I did planning. Make sure that I have to take orders because that is my source of income now. Then I will what should I say? I cannot stop from baking and making flowers, even though my husband is sick. Yeah. So those days I have strategy is very important. To keep to plan for when I need to do my baking, when can I take my order. All this day I need to send my husband for checkup. I cannot take orders. All this have to plan. And I have to keep on my business going. Like I post in FB, in IG, all these things. Even though those days that I don't take any orders, but I still post up just to make sure people know that Love Blossom still exists. Even though I having some problem with all these things, but I just want to get my customer know that Love Blossom still exists. But if you want to make orders, you can make pre-order. So all this have to be planned. So those days that I can do, I will do.
So you like communicated with your kids and kind of created a workflow in case that, okay, if mommy have to do this, you guys have to do that, so that everything will be a well-oiled machine lah. So you have to rely a lot on. Do you have to rely a lot on your kids during this period of time?
So because two of my girls are working, so only those days that when she as much as I try not to disturb their working hours, working schedule. Only when like, mommy, I'm not working today, I'm off. Oh, okay, that's good. Okay, I got bakes today, so can you send that kind. So there is communication with your children, and yeah, to make sure that your business runs as well. And
Can I just backtrack a bit? You choose to leave your job to look after your husband. Why do you choose to like not leave him
on his own.
on his own, or maybe get someone, or maybe a home nurse. Yeah.
First, home nurse is not available for him.
Okay.
I only decide to stop working after he did his transplant, which is in February 2023. He had his first transplant done in 2023, where doctor tell me that he needs to be attended fully.
Oh,
I cannot get nurses to come over. I don't feel comfortable having maid as well at home, because to have maid or to have people to come and to attend to him. Even in hospital, I've been staying with him throughout, to assist him, because he not comfortable with having nurses
Strangers
as-
lah, pretty much
attending
strangers, yeah.
nurses, to go toilet,
I understand.
to clean it up, all these things.
understand, yeah.
So he's more comfortable with me, and I want him to recover so very fast. I do so. Emotional plays a part as well for him. So that's why I said, okay. I tell myself, it's okay. I look after you, and I don't know why. I don't feel that what if I don't have money for this one? I don't know why at that time when I decide to stop working, I don't ever think of that. I just think of taking care of him and get him recover fast. My friend told me, sure not you want to stop working. You are the only financial breadwinner,
Correct.
Later you don't have money to do this and that. I say, no, I have to take care of him. That is my first priority.
Yeah.
To get him well.
So, do you have, I mean, we're all humans. Do you have those vulnerable moments that you macam penat or sedih or like worry? Because you don't show that to me. So I'm just wondering, like, like we're all human, like when your husband, someone you love so much, sakit, and it's just not a normal illness, not a normal cough or normal flu. It's something quite major. So do you have those moments? And how do you deal
I
with?
don't cry in front of my husband.
You don't? Never.
I cry in front of my children.
Oh,
Yeah, my girls, my daughter. I have 3 girls, so I cry in front of them. Get assurance from them. But not from my husband. I don't show them. I don't show him.
So you want him to know like you're the strong woman that can take care of him,
I show to my children that I'm the strongest at home.
Okay.
Don't feel so weak. Yeah.
This
So I want them to look me as a figure that they can.
look up to, like follow in the footsteps lah. Yeah. That takes a lot of grit, I would say, right? Like there's a lot of grit, a lot of mental toughness and resilience that you have. And I think that's something that is like a quality of an entrepreneur, don't you think so? Do you agree that entrepreneurs have to have this grit to be successful?
Of course, I agree. Because as an entrepreneur, we face a lot of challenges.
right.
From customers, suppliers. Yeah.
Do you see yourself as someone who have these qualities and someone who have, can adapt or, adapt and change your mind, even though, yes, you have a vision goal in mind? I mean, everyone starts a business, they have a vision, right? They have a goal, but that's why they're called, stubborn. They are very hard-headed. They're very strong-willed, I would say. But do you also still see yourself as someone who can adapt and change as and when the situation needs you to? Or are you someone who need to follow a plan to a T?
Adapt to changes.
Adapt to changes, okay.
I can adapt to changes.
Mhm.
Like plan A cannot work, I go to plan B. Yes, it cannot be so rigid.
Right, understand.
Some more, but unless, because maybe I'm a home base. That's how I feel. I don't own a company, big company,
Right.
where there is a protocol to follow. Have yet to go to that. But as a home base, I'm more flexible with my routine. Because I'm the sole I don't want to fall sick. Unlike when if you are full time, your medical is taken care of. Your leave is taken care of. You got time to take leave, for me time to relax, go spa, whatever. But as being a home base, your working hours is very long. So all these things, you cannot be so rigid that you don't take care of your own self. So you have to be more flexible and you have to adapt to changes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then also like having to look after sick husband and also you're running business, and it's not just one business, it's like a few business, flower lah, and then
Yes.
the big part, and then now the candles. How do you manage the time? Because for example, you have the orders coming in, and then not just that, you as a home base also, you have to manage your resources. How do you juggle all of this together? Because I am assuming that your husband sakit not just in the morning,
Yes.
sometimes afternoon ke, sometimes at night.
True.
And then sometimes it may come to a point where the orders come and then husband also sakit. Then macam mana you
Came
manage?
across
Yeah.
It came to me.
So then what did you do? What did you do?
I have orders, big hari raya orders, and my husband's in hospital. And I have to meet the orders. You know, at that period of time, he's already in hospital, but he's okay, not that serious, you know.
Okay.
So I was in the midst of baking my hari raya, bakes for customer to collect the next day.
Okay.
And then doctor called me, your husband got fits and there's an infection. They said, it's already at night. Then I said, but tomorrow is my delivery for my bakes for hari raya, right? Then I told my daughter, I need to go to hospital to attend to Abah first. Can you bake for me? Because luckily I have my daughter who can bake.
Okay.
Yeah, I said, you do the baking. You continue with the baking and the preparation, all this thing. So I have a support for that. My children is around at that time to do support for me to deliver the bakings lah. Then at a time whereby there was one period of time also, I have flower arrangement to do, bouquet to send to customer, and he also like having down fever. Then I said, can you control first? Relax him, don't panic. Let me finish all whatever I need to do and deliver to the customer. Get it delivered, and then I will attend to you. Yeah. So I mean, we don't get panic lah, because we also have to attend to our customer. But we already promised, already taken the money, promise have to do, to deliver it. So we have to do it. Yeah. So on the other hand, like so far he is able, like this not so bad lah. Kalau macam betul-betul macam release emergency, I got no choice to say to my customer, so sorry. I have to attend to my customer, but if you can wait, you wait for a while. Let me attend to my customer husband first. If not, then I will pass you to another home base or to another person to do it for you. Yeah.
Okay. So most of your customers would have understood. They already know that you have a sick husband. Okay, and they have been very understanding and accommodating. Okay, that's good.
I would say, like, after that, hearing all about your, challenges as someone who manages business, someone who have to take care of the partner, your love of your life, someone, I would say it's challenging, right? It's tough. Do you find that it's tough? Do you find it challenging? But do you find that it's something that will strengthen you over time?
The more people told me, hey, you have to look after your husband, he's sick, you concentrate on husband, forget about your business. The more they say that,
The more
you want
so
to
would you
what to pay for?
Yeah, true.
correct.
But is that so? Based on that, do you have any advices that you can share with our audiences, or some word of encouragement for those people who might be in the same journey as you? They are doing business because they have to take care of someone they love. Is there something that you can share with them?
Correct.
Do not give up. Okay, don't feel so disheartened and give up. You have to be more perseverance, and if you really, really need help, look for help, and don't hold your problem to your heart and immerse in that problem. Yeah, if you really have problem, look for help, find help. Sure, there are so many help. Like for me, for business help, you can approach SME business consultant. Yeah, I do approach them for business help as well, like for advice. Yeah, so look for help. Stay focused on what is your objective, being a home-based business. At the same time, must have time for yourself as well, and also take care of your loved one.
I think first and foremost, we need to understand how the interior design industry works here in Singapore. So majority of the IDs or the people who work within the interior design companies, most of them are actually freelancers. They're not employed based on a full-time basis. So they work on a commission basis, So, and some business models or some ID companies want to have a lot of ID so that they can close a lot of projects on, My personal tip here is start with visiting the IDs that you have shortlisted or you're interested in. Look at their place of work, look at how they work, look at their office. Once you have done that, I think what you should also do here is to ensure that these IDs that you potentially want to engage are HDB licensed. Last but definitely not least, and to me the most important, because I think nobody do this. Okay. Once you have confirmed, or let's say for example, you really want to sign with this ID company, right? Go to Accra website and pull out the company's profile. Firstly, you know who are the directors. You know where is their office. You know when they were incorporated. Most importantly, you know how much they actually put in as the initial investment or the capital. So in the context of my industry, right, the ID industry, right, I always advise my clients, don't look for cheap, look for value. Okay? Because cheap don't guarantee you that you're gonna get what you want. Okay? Because in order to be cheap, there are corners that I need to cut. But instead look for value. And when I talk of value here, it's not just what I use to build your home, how I communicate with you, how prompt am I, how am I, how I can advise you. These are all the value I add. So like for us, because I maintain a very small team, right? So we only manage between 2 or 3 projects a month. We don't do a lot of projects. So this way, my people are better at managing that project. We are at site more frequent. We are constantly there to check if there are mistakes being made, And our communication with the owners are more frequent, more kira macam more in depth. We are able to, correct.
Just now, during the introduction part, you mentioned that you guys met during Protege Kita.
Yes.
Was at that time, was he already sick or?
No.
Oh, okay.
He was not diagnosed with cancer.
Oh, okay. So that was before. And then
Yes.
it was during the
We finished Protege Kita somewhere in October.
yeah.
Whereby we did the
Final.
talking to the investors, this stuff.
So it was after that.
So
then
yes, after
Yes,
that.
after
Oh,
that.
okay.
After Protege Kita, then he was diagnosed.
Okay. So now that you're here, how's your husband? Is he okay on the road to recovery, or he's still receiving
My
treatments?
husband is in the road of recovery after his second transplant.
Uh-huh.
First transplant was unsuccessful. Then
okay.
he did for a second transplant. Alhamdulillah, he is free from cancer. But then again, because of this treatment or this thing, right, it affect another part of the organ, which is still under doctor's treatment. It's still the treatment. But alhamdulillah, is in a recovery state.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, so now that you're here, and you're still dealing with your husband's sickness, what would your plans be for your business?
Every business that when I first start my business, I have a business plan.
Of course.
Okay, by certain period I must have this. Certain up to this period I want to have this, right? Always have this business plan back in mind. So now right now, I cannot achieve what I want. So I take a slow step first. Instead of baking is very tiring. I say, okay, why not? I do something that I am very good at. My forte, teaching. Yeah. So I took up ACLP courses to be a trainer. Because I love teaching. Okay. Baking is very tiring. It's one whole day. Can be overnight. You don't sleep. All these things. It take a lot of time. So I say, okay, I want to be a trainer. I love to work with children. I love to work with adults. So yeah. So in the long run, my next step is to do workshop. To have my own babe. InsyaAllah. Kalau dia ada rezeki, I can. Right now in my progress lah. Is in fact in progress. I'm doing my own home studio for flower arrangement. Yeah.
Flower arrangement? You mean this flower arrangement that you're doing? Okay.
I'm doing a flower arrangement workshop. It's in progress. We are converting our house into like a home studio, whereby they can come, the clients can come, chit chat, having tea time, do flowers together with our best friend or girlfriend, all this thing. So that is progress. Is in our progress next step lah. Yeah. At the same time now, I also teaching baking at one of the baking school. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So
it's
you were saying you were doing like something at home where you can arrange flowers and everything. So I saw here that you brought some things that you made, like soaps and candles, right? So you can just take a shoot. Let's take a look at this. So this is like the soap, and this is soap or candle? So the soap is
your wardrobe, so that your you can open up.
basic.
okay.
Yeah, you to give sweet sense lah to your clothing.
Oh.
Yes,
Boleh
take
buka.
it off.
Ni apa ni?
This
Candle
is
ke?
melt candles. Melt candles. MELTS.
I love the smell.
But you put on a burner. You put on a
Boleh buat
burner.
balik.
Boleh.
How do you use this?
This smell is summer bliss.
Apa?
Summer bliss.
Oh,
Melt.
okay. How do you?
Put on a burner. Put in a burner and then you
Dia macam essential oil.
so you go to melt candle.
I thought I just
Yeah.
gonna put in my car and then just let sun do the
Buat kita makan sebab sedap.
Yeah.
Okay. So
This one is soap.
So this is
soap.
this is
one
boleh
that
buat
I-
mandi.
This one is for hand wash lah. I don't
Hand
touch.
wash. Okay.
Yeah. It's only for hand wash.
cute.
Oh, okay.
I
Alright.
really like that one.
Yeah, nice. I'm taking this home with me.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can.
So you guys see this one? It's really cute. It's heart shape.
Shape, yes.
It's love blossom.
Blossom. Okay. So I would say that after this conversation, what I've learned from you is that to run a business, you need not just business plan. You also need to have grit, determination, that positivity, and also the highest level of optimism. Because I think she has showed way beyond optimism lah to me. And then so to round up, do you wanna summarize our sharing session?
Yeah, so I mean, I think you ended it on a good note just now, like the word of encouragement, for people who might go through the same journey as you, for someone who might be starting out at the same path as you, starting from home base, how you have to create a progress plan, right? You were saying you have a progress plan. You're right now in progress to your home studio. Then from home studio, inshallah, you never know, you might have your brick and mortar, inshallah. Okay.
And I think for us, from the SMCCI family, we wish you and your husband's health the best. Inshallah, semoga dipermudahkan, and not just for his health, but for your business as well. Inshallah.
Thank you so much for coming all the way here, for coming all the way here to share your journey, to share about your insight and your experience as a home-based baker.
Thank you for inviting me today
Our pleasure.
for this podcast session. I enjoyed it so much. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share what I've gone through, life as a home-based business, caring as a caregiver. Yeah. So the most important thing is networking.
Yeah.
So through networking, then you can have.
Yeah, that's why we meet everyone, right? So networking is where we meet everyone. All right. Thank you so much for having us today, listening to us and watching us today. If you would like to, continue the conversation, feel free to check out our Facebook or Instagram, our social medias, and let us know what other things that you want to hear or who else you want to see, who you want us to interview in the future, But before we come to an end, we just want to thank our sponsors, ID Entity and Craft by Tree. Also our media sponsors, StudioFive Corp.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.